An interesting fighter jet flying over and stadium lights. A very large, stretched truck driving through an interesting parking area. And this is certainly an interesting looking vehicle. Wonder where we are. Texas Motor Speedway. Yep, I went to Texas Motor Speedway May 19th. It was a Friday for Holley's LS Fest Texas. And there were really a scad of wonderful cars out there to hopefully watch a lot of neat events. But in my case on the Friday, there was a lot of storm clouds that impeded my personal fun. North of Fort Worth is Texas Motor Speedway, of which is hosted by Holley, the LS Fest Texas, and in this case, May 19th through 20th, 2023. They had many cool things to do there, like this dyno challenge. But they had drag racing, autocross, drifting, car show, burnout contest, all kinds of neat things going on there. For me, I had a bit of an ominous feeling that going to LS Fest this year would be a little different. In case you are curious, getting out to Texas Motor Speedway is very simple, and finding where LS Fest parking is located is super easy. It's almost always on the south side of the track area. I have a ton of video clips and pictures from this event, just even on Friday. So I'm going to split this thing up. This will be part one, just giving you an idea of how my day went at this event. Hey, hello, how are you? Welcome to Road Odyssey. I am Berg. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I am here at Texas Motor Speedway for the 2023 Holley LS Fest. Let's go take a look inside and see what's going on. When I got there, obviously Autocross was going on and it was very enjoyable. So let's just watch some of these clips, and then in a minute I'll show you what was going on with the weather. the last autocross I got, and from that point on, you can look around. Nothing was going on. Everybody was waiting and watching to see what car was going to go next. But no, it all was canceled until way later in the evening. I mean, way later, 8, 9 o'clock, something like that. So yeah, as you look around, storm clouds all over, and they shut the autocross down.
Everybody's looking at the clouds right now, watching the lightning.
I literally waited for 3 hours to see what was going to go on, but there was too much rain and lightning within their 5-mile required radius, so they had to keep the autocross shut down. Therefore, like they said, hey, go out to all the vendors and have a good time as well as you can. My thought was, why is this place even open if there's lightning around? I didn't think that was a wise idea, but they didn't want everybody to go away. They wanted people to at least go visit the vendors. And so I walked the whole area, and so just looked at a lot of the cars that were still lined up to do the autocross, even though they eventually left, most of them. But after kind of walking around where all the cars were staged for autocross, I went into the vendor area. So let's take a look at some of the vendors and what they had to show. Now, in a subsequent video, I'll go into more detail as to what cars were presented at this whole event. So I'll get into really good close-ups of the cars a little bit later. Now, starting with this fan boat that was at the Holley booth, I'll start kind of showing you around and what some of the sights and sounds of the vendoring area was like. The Holley booth was pretty cool. The cars out front were excellent. In a future video, I will be showing you more of these up close. Over near the Texas Speed booth, these guys were, I guess, installing or swapping an engine into this Camaro. That was pretty interesting. Speed Tech was showing off a lot of their chassis work. Really nice displays. Enjoyed looking at this. I will be giving you a closer look at the Texas Speed cars in a subsequent video as well. For the next couple of minutes, let's walk the drift cars and take a quick look at some of these. After a couple of hours, I walked back to the Autocross, and it was like a desolate area. Nothing to be seen there. It looked like some of the participants in Autocross and such were possibly leaving. And then after just a short while, they did have a driver's meeting. And as I mentioned before, as it turned out, a lot of these people left because of the weather, and it was just really getting late. Unfortunately, this C8 had enough, and it headed out. This very nice black C8 was second up to be next to do the Autocross, and they had enough as well. They packed it in and left. Quite a few interesting vehicles. Like I said, the weather killed everything. These cars had to leave, and it was just really sad for me on this Friday. I'm sure Saturday was much better. So that was all of the wonderful excitement for me as I traipsed on out of the facility towards the parking area. And I was very sad to go, but looking around at the weather, I had no idea. And I had already been there many, many hours, and I just couldn't stay all day. But getting out to the parking lot, it was really, really cool to see groups of cars gathering together like Corvettes and Mustangs. And me having my GR86 there, a nice little grouping of other BRZs and such showed up and parked Rex right next to my car. It was awesome. Whoever y'all were that parked next to my GR86, I really do appreciate it. That was really cool, and I hope y'all had a wonderful evening. So, to end this up, the next day I went to the Sherman car show where I ran into Brandon Hickman of Hickman Creations. He was at the LS Fest Friday, and I believe he told me that it wasn't until around 10 o'clock to midnight that the Autocross and the drag proceeded. But that was it. Very minimal excitement for Friday evening. Like I said, I will be going into greater detail in looking at specific cars in future videos or subsequent videos right after this. So meanwhile, thank you so much for watching this Road Odyssey video. If you like the videos that I provide, please subscribe. And if you're on Rumble, please follow. Bye.